Every job posting sells you a polished dream hire. Reality hands you these 41 people instead, and your faith in the modern workforce is about to take a beating. Number 1. A retail associate was hired to fold sweaters and greet customers at a mid-size clothing store. The expectation was simple: show up on time, wear the provided uniform, smile occasionally. Instead, he arrived 2 hours late wearing pajama pants because, in his words, he forgot work was a real thing today. Management sent him home before he even clocked in. Number 2. A bank teller trainee was told to memorize basic cash handling procedures before her first shift. The standard was simple: count twice, verify once. She instead spent her entire first morning trying to convince customers that the bank accepted vibes as a form of identification when they forgot their ID cards. Security had to politely escort her away from the counter. Number 3. A construction site brought on a new laborer expected to wear a hard hat at all times, no exceptions, for obvious safety reasons. He showed up wearing a baseball cap instead, insisting it offered the same protection, just cooler. The foreman fired him before lunch. Fashion sense and physics, it turns out, are not the same discipline. Number 4. A call center hired an agent whose only job was to follow a simple script while speaking with customers. The basic standard was to stay on topic and remain professional. Instead, he spent his first shift trying to upsell every caller on his personal cryptocurrency project. 3 calls in, his supervisor pulled the plug. Number 5. A warehouse worker was instructed to operate a pallet jack carefully around stacked inventory. The expectation was basic spatial awareness. He instead treated the pallet jack like a go-kart, took a corner too fast, and brought down an entire shelving unit of boxed electronics. The damage bill ended his employment before his badge photo was even printed. Number 6. A coffee shop trainee was told the golden rule of customer service: always be polite, even when customers are difficult. On day 1, a customer complained about a slow latte, and the trainee responded by loudly announcing that the customer's opinion didn't matter because she was new and didn't care yet. The manager fired her within the hour. Number 7. A junior accountant was expected to keep his desk and files organized, a basic professional courtesy in any office. He decided his desk drawer was an appropriate place to store leftover takeout containers from the previous 3 weeks. When the smell finally reached HR's office, so did his termination notice. It gets weirder. Number 8. A receptionist was hired to greet visitors and answer phones politely. Her actual first-day strategy was to screen every call by asking, "Is this important, or can I ignore it?" before hanging up on anyone who hesitated. By the afternoon, 3 major clients had called corporate to complain. Number 9. A new sales associate at an electronics store was told to learn the products before assisting customers. Instead, he spent his entire first shift confidently inventing fake specifications for laptops, telling one customer a budget model had quantum processing. A customer recorded it, and he was let go before his second shift. Number 10. A restaurant server was instructed to take orders accurately and communicate clearly with the kitchen. On her first night, she decided shouting orders dramatically across the dining room was more efficient than using the ticket system. Diners thought it was performance art until 4 orders went wrong, and her shift ended along with her employment. Number 11. A delivery driver was expected to follow basic traffic laws while representing the company vehicle. His first-day decision was to treat red lights as more of a suggestion, which led to a minor accident in front of a client's office. The company logo was clearly visible in the footage. This next hire defies basic logic even further. Number 12. An office intern was told to handle confidential documents with discretion. Instead, he used a stack of printed contracts as scratch paper to draw cartoon characters during a slow afternoon, then left them in the break room for anyone to see. Legal was not amused. Number 13. A grocery store cashier was expected to scan items and handle cash transactions accurately. On her first shift, she decided to give herself a trial discount by undercharging her own friends who conveniently visited during her shift. Loss prevention caught the pattern by closing time, and she was fired before clocking out. Number 14. A hotel front desk agent was told that punctuality and professionalism were non-negotiable in hospitality. He showed up 40 minutes late, blamed it on hotel traffic despite living 2 blocks away, and then asked if he could leave early because he had already done his best. Management agreed, permanently. Number 15. A factory worker was instructed to follow strict safety protocols around heavy machinery. He decided his first-day initiative would be removing a safety guard because it was slowing him down. The machine jammed within minutes, shutting down an entire production line for repairs. Number 16. A marketing assistant was expected to proofread material before it went out to thousands of subscribers. She sent a company-wide newsletter with the subject line announcing a holiday sale that didn't exist, crashing the customer service line with confused calls. Her excuse? She thought it sounded fun. Her director did not. Number 17. A new security guard was hired to monitor entrances and verify visitor badges. He spent his first night allowing anyone through who simply waved and smiled, calling it his good vibes only policy. He seemed genuinely confused why vibes weren't sufficient credentials. We're still just scratching the surface. Number 18. A junior IT technician was told to back up critical files before performing any system updates. He skipped that step entirely on his first assignment, then deleted an entire department's shared drive during a routine update. His only defense was that he figured it would be fine. It was not. Number 19. A boutique employee was instructed to keep the sales floor tidy and presentable. Instead, she used mannequins to stage what she called spontaneous fashion theater, rearranging the entire store layout without permission and blocking the main aisle. Customers couldn't navigate the store, and neither could she navigate her way out of getting fired. Number 20. A new paralegal was expected to file documents accurately and meet strict court deadlines. He decided organizing files alphabetically was too restrictive, and instead organized them by what he personally found interesting, resulting in a missed filing deadline for an active case. The firm's reaction ended his job security immediately. Number 21. A hospital administrative hire was told scheduling errors could seriously impact patient care. On her first day, she double-booked an entire department's appointments because she found the scheduling software confusing and decided to just guess instead. 40 patients showed up to chaos instead of appointments. Number 22. A new barista was expected to follow recipes precisely to maintain consistency. He decided his own creative twist on the signature drink meant adding ingredients that weren't on any menu, including, memorably, hot sauce. A complaint with photos attached reached corporate within the hour. Number 23. A logistics coordinator was told that accurate inventory counts were essential to avoid shipment errors. He estimated counts instead of actually counting, calling his system vibes-based logistics, a phrase that should have been a red flag from the interview stage. The error cost the company a major client. Number 24. A new gym employee was expected to assist members and maintain equipment safety. Instead, he spent his entire first shift filming himself doing impromptu workout videos using member equipment while members waited. Management fired him mid-stretch. Number 25. A junior architect intern was told blueprints required absolute precision down to the smallest measurement. He decided exact numbers were more of a guideline and submitted plans with rounded estimates for load-bearing walls. The senior architect caught it before construction began, barely, and the intern's career ended on the spot. Number 26. A new flight attendant trainee was expected to follow strict safety briefing scripts without deviation. She decided to improvise her own version, involving jokes about turbulence being basically just the plane dancing. Passengers were unsettled, not amused, and corporate pulled her before the plane left the gate. Number 27. A pharmacy technician trainee was told prescription accuracy was the single most important part of the job, no exceptions. On her first shift, she decided double-checking labels was slowing down the line, and skipped the verification step entirely. A sharp-eyed pharmacist caught the near miss, and her employment ended that day. Number 28. A museum tour guide trainee was expected to stick to verified historical facts during tours. Instead, he began inventing dramatic backstories for exhibits because, in his words, the real history was kind of boring. A visiting historian corrected him mid-tour. Management corrected his employment status soon after. Number 29. A new dental office receptionist was told patient confidentiality was a legal requirement, not a suggestion. She decided posting funny patient comments on her personal social media was harmless fun. It was a serious privacy violation, and she was fired the same afternoon it was discovered. Number 30. A theme park ride operator was expected to follow strict safety checklists before every ride cycle. He decided the checklist was mostly common sense and skipped it to speed up the line. A coworker caught the malfunction before any harm occurred, but the near miss got him removed entirely. Number 31. A new financial analyst was expected to handle sensitive client portfolios with extreme caution. He decided to test a theory by moving a chunk of a client's investment into a meme stock without authorization, calling it calculated optimism. It was neither calculated nor optimistic once compliance found out, and he was escorted out within the hour. Number 32. A veterinary assistant trainee was told medication dosages required exact precision for animal safety. She eyeballed a dosage instead of measuring it because the scale was across the room and kind of annoying to use. A senior vet caught it before it reached the animal, and her first day became her last. Number 33. A new courtroom stenographer was expected to maintain a flawless, neutral transcript of proceedings. Instead, she began inserting her own commentary in brackets, including phrases like, "This guy is clearly lying," directly into the official record. The judge noticed immediately ending her contract before the trial did. Number 34. A new lab technician was told that mislabeling samples could compromise an entire research study. He decided his own shorthand system made more sense than the lab's existing protocol and relabeled dozens of samples without telling anyone. Months of data became unusable, and his termination was the least of the lab's problems. Number 35. A daycare employee was expected to follow strict supervision protocols for children at all times. She decided checking her phone during nap time was fine because they're asleep anyway, only for a child to wander toward an exit unsupervised. A coworker caught it in time, but the daycare didn't wait to see what happened next. Number 36. A new air traffic control trainee, still under heavy supervision, was expected to follow communication procedures exactly as trained. He decided adding personal commentary to radio transmissions, including casual jokes mid-instruction, was harmless. His supervisor ended the shift and the career before real danger occurred, though it triggered a review. Number 37. A new structural engineer's assistant was told that double-checking calculations was mandatory before any sign-off. He decided his gut feeling about load calculations was reliable enough to skip the verification process on a parking garage project. A senior engineer caught the miscalculation during routine review, narrowly avoiding disaster, and the badge was deactivated by lunch. Number 38. A new ICU nurse's aide was expected to follow exact protocols when assisting with patient monitoring equipment. She decided certain alarm checks were probably unnecessary most of the time, and skipped several during a busy shift. A supervising nurse caught it immediately and removed her from the floor permanently. Number 39. A new bridge inspection assistant was told that every measurement had to be double verified due to public safety regulations. He decided rounding measurements to the nearest convenient number saved time, calling exact figures needlessly complicated. A senior inspector caught it during routine audit, and he never set foot on a job site again. Number 40. A new daycare-turned-summer camp counselor was expected to maintain a verified head count of children at all times during outdoor activities. He decided a rough estimate was good enough, because counting precisely felt kind of tedious. A 10-minute supervision gap, caught by another counselor, ended his employment instantly and triggered a camp-wide review. Number 41. A trainee surgical assistant, present only in an observational and prep capacity, was expected to follow sterile field protocols with zero exceptions. Full stop. No creative interpretation allowed. He decided briefly stepping outside the sterile boundary to grab his phone for just one quick photo of the operating room was a harmless first-day memento. A senior staff member intercepted him before he crossed back in, ending his assignment before the procedure even began, somehow making the pajama pants guy from number 1 look reliable by comparison. So there you have it. 41 people who all somehow made it through interviews, paperwork, and orientation, only to unravel spectacularly once the real job started. It's a strange thing to sit with, the realization that the line between a dream hire and a total catastrophe is sometimes just one bad decision on day one. Common sense, it turns out, is rarer in the workplace than any job posting will ever admit. Which one of these made your jaw drop the hardest? And do you have a bizarre coworker story of your own that could give any of these a run for their money? Drop it in the comments, because honestly, the best stories are always the ones nobody could make up. And if you liked taking this little tour through corporate chaos with me, stick around and subscribe, because there's always another office disaster waiting to be unpacked.